Hui, coming to you all live from Los Angeles, California. I am delighted to be on this webinar, and I know that it's really exciting time for us with the opportunity, whereby it is truly an amazing time because we are in a time and space whereby right now, as we speak, we're able to gather thousands of people from across the globe. And yet, we are all in the comfort of our own homes. So I want to welcome all of you coming live to this special webinar. And the last 6 years, as I've traveled the world, oftentimes people ask, if there's something that we can borrow to help other entrepreneurs to generate success and to achieve their dreams, what are they? And so after many nights of sleepless nights of really pondering on the thought of what can I do and what can I bring of value to all these entrepreneurs that are coming into this opportunity. And so with that, I'd like to share with you our exciting presentation for today, the fundamental for success. Now, in order to achieve success, over the years, I have learned that all of us, we have to, in order to achieve success in life, it's not so much of the how-tos or the what. It's our why. I mean, somehow logically, we have to be able to tell our brain. Something has to connect to help us to produce a result. And so, with that, I'd like to share with you something that I've discovered over the last 20 years as an entrepreneur. That awareness. And what exactly is the awareness? The awareness is a shift in perception in how we look at things. Because in life, if you want new things, if you want to achieve new heights, that whatever sense of old belief and old thought that we have in our head, we must be willing to change and update those softwares in order for us to achieve new results. And so with that, I'd like to introduce you to a new paradigm. Okay? So, because once we are able to shift that paradigm, that the way we look at things, it's going to help us influence our actions. Actions that we do is going to produce a different set of results that we're used to in the past. And so with that, let's talk a little bit about what is a paradigm. A paradigm, to me, is a typical way we look at certain things, or a model, or pattern of things. For example, and now, these patterns are different things that mean to different people. For example, if I were to say the word a camera, perhaps a camera coming to your mind may be different than other people, but however, a camera has a lens and taking pictures. Or if I were to say restaurants, all of us, based on our past, we have our perception what a restaurant is, what a camera is, or what a phone is. Depending on what time and age we grew up in. For example, if you were to talk about a fax machine or a telefax, probably my 11-year-old son would understand what you're talking about. So a paradigm is the way we look at certain things. Now, a lot of times, a perfect example for all of us that are on this call here today, on this webinar here today, when you hear the word network marketing or direct selling, and to many people, they cringe. So do I. A lot of times people don't necessarily have the best feeling for network marketing. For myself, coming from a very traditional corporate background, I don't necessarily have a good feel about it as well. Now, so how do we make that shift? People say, Kim, you're blessed to have this kind of success in this industry, and I am extremely blessed by the industry, the time and space we're in. And so how did I make that shift? It's the way we look at what we got in the whole of. And so with that, allow me to share with you. So what is the two major influences? And what are some of the major influences that shape the way we look at things, the paradigm? And so there are three major influences. First is tradition. Tradition from our parents, our grandparents, how we were taught, the way that, like for me, for example, my parents taught us, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, then work, 40, 50 years, then retire. So those are paradigms. One of the things that we were taught from our family, from our parents. And then the second influence that we have that shapes and forms, and this is very important, folks. The reason why I want to take a little time to go over this with you is because logically, somehow, in our head, in our brain, we've got to make that connection. So, school, our educational system also taught us things. And for me, 4 years in college, it taught me a lot of things and how I look at businesses, how I look at things. So school also helped us shape some things that we look at life, the way we look at businesses, the way we look at everything in life. And the third major influence that impact, that kind of shape how we look at things is society, our friends. And through undergraduate from college, through working in the working world, or for those of you that are entrepreneurs, that are business owners, that as you operate business, you gain experiences. Some are through life experiences, and some are through hearsay. From things that you heard from your friends and your colleagues. So based on these different things, that it forms the way we view things, and oftentimes these experiences kind of put what I call a tinted shade, a tinted lens in how we view things. And there was a great video I saw a long time ago. As a matter of fact, my friend had shown me the video. A lot of times, that with our naked eyes, the things that we see, it may not be true things that we see, but it is skewed by and biased by our experiences, perhaps our frustrations, disappointments, and things that we've learned. And so these three major influences shape the way we look at things. Now, so what causes someone to change a paradigm in our head? What is something that causes our change, to change the way we look at things? And this is very important because I want to take the time to talk about that, because when you have clarity on what you got to hold up, when you have clarity of what this is, it's going to help you, propel you to achieve new success, new things and new areas that we were never able to do that in the past. So what are the two major causes that allow us to change our paradigm? And to me, the first major one is innovation. Innovation, especially disruptive ones. What do I mean by that? Disruptive ones are something that came into, because of innovation, because of technology, it changed the way we conduct business. A perfect example, let's talk about the internet, okay? Right now, we have thousands of people across the globe, from different corners of the earth, right now, looking at this webinar. Now, how is that possible in the past? Let's just say 10 years ago. How is it possible that we gather all these people from different corners of the earth to come together to look at something? It literally changes the way we communicate, and it changes the way we conduct business. And I remember I've been in this industry for a while. So if in the past I have to do an event, a live performance, to do a training, a talk with over 1,000 people, what do I have to do? I have to get a venue, I have to fly to a particular place. But guess what? Now in a day, we have over thousands of people registered for this webinar. So it is disruptive, changing the way we work our business. And so another disruptive thing is that change the way we look at things. For example, now to the newer generation, when I talk about a camera, they might not necessarily look at the way that we look at the Polaroids or the old cameras. They think of iPhone, or a smartphone, because a smartphone has a built-in camera. So because of the advance in technology, is changing the way we look at certain things and certain models. And the second thing that causes us, and especially for myself as an entrepreneur, that changes the way that I look at certain models, certain things, is the change in our values, in the environment, and the time we're in. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more about that. I guess I believe because of the time and space we live in right now, for example, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband's a physician. For a stay-at-home mom, 20, 30 years ago, a stay-at-home mom, as I look at my mom, they have different needs and different things that satisfy them. And in today's age, now that I'm 50 years old, in the middle of my life, The 50-year-old nowadays looks very different than as I recall when my mom was 50. And so these are things that because of the changes that we live in and the time and space we live in, it literally changed the way, it causes us to change the way we look at things and we evaluate life. And so, and truly, if we allow ourselves to remove the old judgments, the old lenses, the tinted lenses of how we look at things, then we will have clarity of what it is that we're dealing with. So why do we need a new paradigm? There's a book I read more than 10 years ago, and the book is called Blue Ocean Strategy. Now, for those of you that are business owners, you would definitely appreciate this one. And what do I mean by that? The book talked about the Red Sea, the Red Ocean, and Blue Ocean. And basically, the Red Ocean and the Red Sea are comprised of, people that are fighting for the same pie in the same territory, with the same old technology. And I think the best way I can share with you is, this is something that in my travels, and this year I think it was, a couple of months ago, I went to Vietnam for a personal trip and a business trip. And so when I went on this trip, I saw we were up in the mountains, and I saw these vendors, and literally, 100 feet away from each other, they were selling the same thing. They were selling grilled yams and grilled eggs. I mean, every stand looks the same thing, and they were selling the same thing. Now, to me, that's the best way to describe something called Red Sea. You are competing in the same market for the same thing. So wouldn't it be nice in a business environment that will allow us to compete in a whole new paradigm where the blue ocean is wide open, and particularly in the business we are in. And I hope that the entrepreneurs, all the viewers on this conference call, you really get this. It might take some of you a little time to grasp this, but once you get it, I guarantee you, just keep that open mind and remove the lenses and the things. When you are able to enter a space where it's a big blue ocean, and that's what disruptive innovation will do, a new paradigm. And that's where we are in. Okay? Now, what do I mean by that? What are we in? What exactly? How are we different? There. And for me, the term network marketing, direct selling, multi-level marketing, I cringe when I hear those things. Because we have this old paradigm. And so how did we do what we did? And I remember almost 6 years ago now, when I started this business. It's right here in my house, in the kitchen over there. And so, how did we go about and create something of nothing? And it was in the blue ocean thing. Because a lot of times, people were out there, and to succeed in this business, people couldn't fathom the idea. They said, Kim, how did you guys create this fortune and having so many people to have success by selling serums? I said, it's furthest away from the truth. I never ever sell any serums. Because people, when we talk about network marketing, direct selling, their mindset were on the old paradigm that we're knocking on doors, we're selling, we're doing home parties and selling. None of that stuff. So how is Blue Ocean created? It's what I call the global network distribution. Especially now, time and space we're in now, with internet, with social media, it has allowed that have built in a social sphere of network from all over the globe. Look at the screen right now. Okay? So we all somehow, somewhat, some way, through our family, through our friends, through our business associates, through the people that we deal with, that we run into, and through Facebook, we're able to have friendships, connected friendships to all over the world. Then here's an opportunity whereby a big conglomerate happens to provide a global business infrastructure with cutting-edge advanced technology that allow you and I to go out there to build a global distribution with our network and getting paid for it. And so I don't know of so many businesses out there that will allow me as a stay-at-home mom to conduct a training to thousands of people simultaneously without traveling at the comfort of my own home. And same thing with you, wherever you are. I know some of you are in Asia. I know some of you are in Africa. I know some of you are in Australia. From all over different parts of the earth, connected together simultaneously. Folks, that's technology. That's disruptive breakthrough. That's innovation. Capture it. You know, we live in a space and time and space now at this moment. We live in this era that allow us to do that. So we are in a global network distribution business. That's the business we're in. So by the company providing a global business infrastructure that allows you and I to plug in our sphere of influence and building a global network and making money and building up a global business. So that is a major shift in our perception of what it is. Because once you have clarity of what that is, it's going to help you go to the next level. Now, we're a game changer. If you look at this screen, this is a picture taken, I think, a month or two ago when I was traveling to Singapore. If you were in that room, and you know, the number of professionals in that room is mind-boggling. The time we're in, you know, because, like I said earlier, the new paradigm, we're able to attract people from all walks of life. It's no longer what people thought it used to be. So this is an event that was conducted in Singapore. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, people talk about dropping titles. I tell you, if you were to drop people that have MBAs, a master's degrees, I mean, you know what, you drop them, you'll catch quite a few. Okay, now, so there is a new wave of entrepreneurs coming to this platform. And right here on the screen that you're seeing, we have people that are from all walks of life. We have people that are pharmacists, a professor of law, okay? We have artists. We have housewives, rich housewives that make, you know, housewives of OC like amateurs. We have, you know, I mean, you name it. We have people that are too young to retire, okay? We have real estate brokers. We have best-selling authors from Amazon Japan. I mean, you name it, traditional business owners, we're people that are from high-paying corporate executives. And we have college students that are in this picture. And this is just a small fraction of the kinds of waves that are coming in. They're joining the business opportunity. And so, why is there a wave? And this the last few years of building this opportunity, and I believe that not only is the technology is changing the way we conduct our business, but more importantly, I believe there is a huge wave of awakening happening around the world. Like I said earlier, what do I mean by that? I mean, I want us, each and every single one of us, I want you to look at our own lives. That when we are born, you know, as we get older, then we go to school, we graduate from college or graduate from school, then we'll do this. Some of us get married, okay? Then we get married, we buy a house, or, you know, then we start a family, you work a job, and then what? This is the model that I saw my parents went through, and then I saw my son went through. But thank goodness, somebody had interrupted that flow. And it took someone to interrupt that flow to ask, you know, it took something, I got laid off 20-somewhat years ago in corporate America. At the height of my corporate career, I was a vice president for a supplement company. And I got laid off. And so it was at that time that, yes, it was disappointing. Yes, I was frustrated. But at the same time, there was a brink of awakening happening in my life. I asked myself the question, do I want to follow the same path that my parent had gone through? And I believe we live in a time and age right now that we're at there's a crest, we're at the crest of a wave, that more and more people around the world are awakening and looking for a more meaningful life, are looking for a more meaningful. And I know many of you on this call, you guys are business owners, you are financially set in whatever you're doing. But we wanted more. We wanted a lot more. And for me, you know, I have the option of staying home. I'm being a stay-home mom. My husband's a physician. He has a medical practice right here locally. But I wanted more in life. I wanted to do more. I wanted to be more. And so with that awareness, we begin to look for changes. And so, like I said, because the time and age we live in now, that allow us to participate. There's right now allow us to participate in this new paradigm. And so, to make a change in life, we have to be authentic with ourselves. Or look at our lives, you know what? Where am I in my life? Someday we're going to check out this planet. Someday. So what have we done with our lives? Where are we? And I think the best way for me to kind of awaken that awareness, and I know that those of you that are on this webinar, and there will be many others that will be looking at this webinar, that ask yourself the question, where are we? And I think one of the picture that best helps us depict that is a map of the mall. When you go to a shopping mall, and if you want to go to a particular shop, you will go to the directory, and when you go to the directory, let's say you want to try to find out where a shopping mall here in the United States, a famous shopping mall, a store, it's called Nordstrom, okay? So if you want to go to Nordstrom, a department store, in order for you to get to Nordstrom, we must identify what? What's the first thing we identify? Where we are. So if we don't know where we are, how can we navigate our path to go to where we wanted to go? And so this is something that I'm blessed with a gift to really hold in and look at my life. Where am I? Is doing whatever you are doing, and maybe you are doing well, and maybe not, whatever that might be, is it going to take you to where you want to go? And oftentimes, many people have beaten up, by life and in life, at least it's a perception we look at things, that we begin to stop asking the question of what we can be or where we wanted to go. So I think, all of us, it doesn't matter where we are. The picture that I shared with you earlier, they are no different than people like you and I. We are normal people. We are good people. We happen to be educated people. But we are sincere people. We're authentic. We wanted something more. So as you look at this, we are, as human beings in this human race, I think it's about time that we be genuine with ourselves. Where am I? Doing whatever you're doing. Is it going to bring you more meaning? Is it going to bring you satisfaction? Is it going to bring you security to your family? And I think this is something that we all have to investigate, these hard questions. That's what we have to face. And so the reason why I spend a little time to go over all that is because these are what I call the fundamentals of success. You've got to have clarity of where you are and where you want to go. And when you have that clarity, then I go over the passion. Now, how do you get your passion? It's realizing and having the hope, having the ability and the space to hope and to dream that gives one passion. What is your passion? What is something that makes you want to get up every day and go to work? And so, because when you have clarity plus passion, that's your belief. That will help you jump through hoops to get you where you are, where you wanted to go. I remember when I started this business 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago in September. We got my friends in my kitchen right here. There's 5 of us. Nobody made a dime yet. Nobody made any product. Nobody used a product yet. So nobody saw the results yet at that time. And so how did we go about and collectively to be where we are here today? If I want to reflect on that journey, it's just 2 fundamentals. Having clarity of where you are and where you wanted to go. And what it is that you got a hold of. We got to be willing and brave enough to remove the past judgments, the past perception of whatever that is. And embrace what is. And having the passion to go after your dream. When you have those 2, that's going to give you belief to go to the next level. And there are other components to achieve success. And so after having the 2 most important, to me, the most important fundamental things, then the next couple of things that we need, the components to achieve success, right here, are 3 things, okay? 3 major things. 1 is time. We got to give it time. Some people coming in and they want to be a millionaire next day. Ain't gonna happen, okay? You gotta put in time and effort. It's very interesting. To me, this business is like a university of life. Yes, it's a business, but at the same time, it is like a life reflecting right in front of my face. I get to look at different dynamics of who I am and who I thought I was, and how I handle situations. And you will also get the opportunity to it's a mirror looking at yourself. And so, give it time. I know for me, when I was going to college, I spent 4 years in college, every day, relentlessly, whether I like it or not. Get up, go to school. After school, I had to work a part-time job and get to put myself through school. And so I had to put in 4 years of college, then, I incur a bunch of student loans, and then go earn a job. Now, interestingly, now you have a business opportunity, and many people are not willing to learn. If you want to become successful, give yourself the time to learn and grow in this business. It's learning, and then we're going to give you the method in which how you're going to conduct the business. So give yourself time. And so, I want it now. Just give me everything. You got to give yourself time. If this is it could be depending on your speed in which you are awakened to it, you alert to it, and the way you adapt to it. So this is, to me, is a 2 to 5 year plan. Okay? So some of you get it earlier, some of you do it a little sooner, some of you get it a little later. But whatever it is, the way I look at it, in the last 6 years, we are all in line. Getting in line, in fact, all of us getting in line to go somewhere, to success. Because I have seen it happen of people all over the globe. I have seen single moms that are able to, pay all their kids to college, and before they couldn't even afford to send their kids to college. But because of this platform, because of this business, it has allowed them to be totally financially free, okay? So give it time. And the same thing we need, components, we need people, friends, network. And so, for me, and over the years, we all have built up our Rolodexes. Now it's not Rolodex, not on our smartphone, our contacts, our friendships. If not, with social media, we all have, hopefully, many of us have Facebook friends or whatever. So we have a sphere of influence. You need a network of people to build this business, okay? And last but not least, conduct business, and which one I'm talking about. So after we get all that part done, so how do we conduct the business? A method in which we do it. Now, why do we need a method? We need, to me, to success successful for a year or two, but to build a long-term wealth, we need to be able to duplicate our efforts, to duplicate whatever we're doing, at the same time to be able to sustain that success. And so that's why in order for us to have duplication and sustainability, we need to protect our business. And so we have laid out the outline for you. For those of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, you probably haven't noticed, we have just revamped. Thank you for some amazing, talented people. We were able to revamp and restructure the YouTube channel to provide that in alignment for you to help build your business. And so I'm going to go over real quickly what you do. And for those of you that if you have not gone to the YouTube channel, you can go to Kim Hui official channel, and you will see the playlist. It's all categorized for us. Okay. So after enrollment, number one, what do we got to do? We got to get trained. It's like going to college. Is it for 4 years and then get a job and earn money? Right here, there's something called you earn or you learn. Okay, so you get trained. Now, in the YouTube channel, there's something called the NDO. Okay, so again, as we grow, as we have more content, we're going to be uploading all new content. And so for those of you that have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe this. So it's all free for you. And so NDO stands for New Distributor Orientation. It kind of walks you through the business back office, what you do, and and what are some of the things to do, okay? And then the second thing you're going to watch is called success fundamentals, such as this one. This is one of the CDs of success fundamentals of the new paradigm. And so this webinar will be recorded, and so you can actually will be uploaded very soon, in a day or two. And then there's also something called Jumpstart Training. And all the people that are on these channels are the top producers, people that are proven in the business. I don't know too many businesses out there that will allow you, that people that have made millions, that are willing and able and ready to share with you and open their hearts to tell you how they get to where they got to. And sometimes this is so simple to do, and these steps are so simple to do, but other people are not willing to invest the time. And I literally have someone that tells me, Kim, tell me the secret, tell me how to do it. I said, go watch the NGO. And they say, no, just tell me. I said, listen, in order for us to have a common language when we talk, you got to take the time to watch it. So one of the components is success, time. Taking the time to watch these videos. Now, why do we need to watch videos? First, it's called leverage. You get to leverage the efforts of other people. Now, how would you like to have some of the top producers, someone like an Yvonne, like a Samson, to do the talking part for you? Instead of us doing the talking, we'll allow other people to help us leverage our efforts. Why you want to leverage? Because of time, and also because something called duplication. A lot of times, especially with traditional business owners, they like to make themselves the issue. They like to be the one to do the training. They like to be the one to do all the talking. I suggest get that out of the way. Let's get ourselves out of the way so that we can truly produce something called duplication and sustainable success. Okay? And so there is step one. There's another interview that was conducted in my other home. There's an interview that Samson had done. So the step one is getting trained. So these are some of the videos that was categorized in the YouTube channel. And step two, for those of you that, you watch the video, you got trained, you're really pumped, you're excited. So what do I do? How do I go about pitching the business? Well, step two is about building your business. And so the first step is to connect with your prospect. I believe if you're able to connect with your prospects properly, half the job is done. What do I mean by that? When you have a clarity and passion, that's your belief. When you talk to your friends and your contacts about how you felt and what you saw and where you're going, I know you. But at all times when we connect with us, we are so concerned and worried about what our fellow contacts think of us. You know what? We gotta get over that. Whatever they think of us, regardless, they think of you anyway, okay? So it's a way if you're able to talk with that passion, that courage, and that conviction, that's your belief, half the job is done. Because it's not about selling acting. It's not about selling anything. It's about sharing a new paradigm, okay? So after you share with them, you're excited and you want to show them. So what are some of the things that you can introduce them to? So we have some intro videos, okay? The intro videos are technology. Why do we need to use other videos? Because we need third-party edification, okay? It's just society are so consumed with media. So they like to hear, like for example, there's a video on ABC News whereby it talks about Dr. Nathan Newman, okay? That's the technology that we're involved with. And so when people look at that, they go, you know what, that's interesting, because the third-party media, somehow, somewhat, it gives them more credibility than perhaps a housewife here. And yet this housewife is blessed, not only in terms of changing my life, but at the same time it allowed me to grow to be a much better person. Okay, and so the intro videos, and there's another video by a special that talks about resveratrol. Now, Robert Walker does not endorse our company or the opportunity, but she does talk about resveratrol, which is one of the key ingredients in our product. And so these are the technology I like to share with people. It's a good teaser. It's not only the opportunity, but it's a teaser to open up people's minds. And you know what? Here's something that we're getting involved with, okay? So a lot of people have kind of an interest. First, with your story, your passion, what you got in the whole world. And so the bottom line is this. People are looking for what's in it for me. So if you're able to help them to think about, you know what? I also need to look at my life. What am I going really wanted to go, rather than staying on that treadmill of life. Okay? And so once people say, you know what, you got the teaser, they're interested, then you say, well, tell me more. Well, you can then send them to the link. There is a showcase. Sometimes, to me, in my opinion, the best of the best. Not only in terms of entrepreneur, but people with an amazing heart. That you have Yvonne Yan and Samson, and these two are people that have rise to the ranks. They have reached the highest rank with a company called Double Diamond. So it's done professionally. Okay, so it was done at a TV studio. Okay, so they talk about in 10 minutes. They showcase the opportunity. Now, what does that mean? It took away the burden from you trying to explain everything. Wouldn't it be nice, instead of you spending 30 minutes talking to your prospect, explaining everything, you send them a link, have them watch it, or you there watch it with them 10 minutes. So make it more duplicatable, and so the business is not depending on you. There is a system in place to help you duplicate your business. Okay, now, and then also for people that don't have access to, at the time, maybe they don't have the access to look at the video or the link on YouTube, or we have a pre-recorded webinar. And these webinars are 10-15 minutes long, so you can send it to them. So you let other people do the presenting for you. Okay, so step 2 is it's building your business. So if you haven't visited the YouTube channel, I suggest you go visit it and send the link. But don't just send the link to your prospect. Tee it up first. You know, your prospect, the way they look at things. First, they got to connect with you. Why are you doing this? Okay? Second, then you tee up the information you're going to send them, which is right there on the screen and also on the YouTube channel. Okay? And so the step number 3 of building your business is to follow through. Once people are connected, now, sometimes you don't have to send a video, but for those of you that have access to local meetings, and for those of you that are fortunate enough to be in Southern California and Los Angeles particularly, we have meetings going on throughout Los Angeles. And we also have weekly webinars. So you can pique their interest, connect with them, and then connect them to the webinar. Okay? Or take them to local meetings or regional events. So you let other people help you showcase your business. So the only thing you have to do is to get through to your people without too lengthy and share with them how you felt and how you feel and where you can get out of this. And so, and then after the follow through, just get them started. It's that simple. We are not here to stop enroll anything. All I'm doing is showcasing an opportunity that possibly can to help you change your life, like it changed for us. And so, just that sorting process. So there's a system in place. Instead of us trying to go, we create all the scripts and all this stuff. I personally do not like scripts because I don't want to be sold to. So I'm sure your friends don't want to be sold to either. Just share with your heart, connect them with what you saw, and then boom. Send the information to them and let them make their own decisions, okay? So once they saw what they saw, they liked what they saw, enroll them. Then what do? Then you repeat step 1. Once they're enrolled, what do? They got to do step 1, do the training, okay? Everything that we just work, it's about duplication. Why do we need to duplicate? We do duplication because we want to sustain our business to have long-term success. So duplication is very key. Now, so again, I talk about this. And it's not only a business, it's a school, it's a university of life. It's Life Academy, okay? So, and it takes time. So there is a part on the channel called Continue Education. You know, I don't know, it's very interesting in that a lot of people want to make a fortune. They want to make millions. And yet they're not willing to train us between our 2 ears. To make millions, we got to upgrade our thinking. You know, many people want to change their income, and yet they don't want to change their old paradigm. So, you know, to me, here's a proven model, a proven success. We have taken time to upload all these trainings on the wheel when we're doing expeditions around the world. So all is available. So on the continued education, so continue to learn, continue to grow as a human being. Because you know what? To me, this is about transformation. You know, transforming our financial world, our financial landscape, at the same time transforming what's in here and what's in here, bringing out the best to really help humanity. And so for all of us, that, I'm very blessed to be surrounded by incredible people. These people are above and beyond business partners to me. They are family, they are friends. And so, a lot of times we're saying, Kim, and all these diamonds and double diamonds, and they've achieved, in the pinnacle of success in quote unquote. Why are they still traveling? Why are they still doing all that? It's about paying it forward and passing it on. I've been very blessed of having the opportunity and the courage to examine my life and to, in that course, to help change my life. And I want to help pay it forward. And I'm sure you do want to do the same thing too. So for, just like all these incredible team of people that we have, they all are paying forward around the world. Here are some of the diamonds and the double diamonds. It's a small fraction of it that's going on. And so I do hope that you take this information, embrace it, learn it, and embrace it, and apply it, because you too can change your life. And by doing that, let's pay it forward and pass it on. So thank you very much for being a part of this webinar, and I am committed to bringing on more and more series and more training to help make a difference in our lives, at the same time to make a positive impact to the world. Thank you very much. See you next time.